What's up, everybody? Nate here from Out of the Basement, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today it is part 2 of our 4K Q&A. Let's just get right into it. We're picking right back up with Carl Jones asking, do you think we'll get a Darth Maul next year?
A Clone Wars Darth Maul? Perhaps. Because of the Season 7 Clone Wars Walmart exclusive wave, maybe they'll do like a wave 2 where we get Maul, Gar Saxon, Commander Vaughn maybe, and then Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan. Yeah, I
hope so.
I definitely, maybe if not next year, sometime down the road, I definitely think we'll get a Clone Wars Maul at some point.
Carter Peters asks, my question, when did you guys become friends? That was back, actually, I don't know. Because I started working at this movie theater in 2013. You had already been working there.
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't talk to each other until we learned our mutual interest of Halo and Star Wars and such. And not to go too off topic, but Out of the Basement actually started as a podcast with almost completely different people.
Yeah.
I didn't come on until episode 7.
Yeah.
So we kind of, I think you kind of had the idea of me, you, and Bucky doing an episode, so you asked me to come on, and that was episode 7.
Yeah.
And then we kept doing the podcast type thing, and then we kind of just, it morphed into what it is now. So.
Out of the Basement has worn many hats over the years.
It
but
has.
I would say probably 2014 we became friends, and Out of the Basement started as a channel in 2015, like Justin said, as a podcast about movies. Jesus Esquivel Garcia, I hope I am pronouncing that right. Again, apologies if I am not. Another longtime subscriber. I know we always talk on Instagram as well. He asks, would you like all Empire ships that could fit 6-inch figures and also all Rebel ships?
Yes, but the TIE Fighter is as much as they'll probably do. If you're meaning like TIE Interceptor, absolutely, I'd love that.
Yep.
Imperial TIE Interceptor or any of the other, like the TIE Bomber and stuff like that, you know, because that's a similar design to Vader's, like X1 something or other. I forget exactly what it's called. But in terms of the Rebel ships, X-Wing, Y-Wing, A-Wing, absolutely 100% Black Series. Hasbro needs to do those.
Easy. Also, a good one would be, it would be cool to have a Super Star Destroyer that is Black Series brand, ? The Super Star Destroyer would be more like 5 to 4 feet long. Yeah, I'd probably go for it.
Because the Super Star Destroyer is dope.
Yeah.
The Super Star Destroyer looks super, super good, especially in Empire Strikes Back, like the one that Vader is on.
Yeah.
When it's in the asteroid field. Love that ship.
Yeah. I would definitely buy one as long as it was, pretty much as long as I had the space.
Yeah.
Which would be the most difficult thing if it was 4 to 5 feet long. But
let's do a 1-1 scale. That's like bigger than our moon.
Yes.
Kevin Luong asks, whatever happened to Bucky? Well, we got him. We got him right here. We hold him prisoner.
Could hardly breathe down there.
We keep him locked in the crawl space for what he's done. Bucky, where have you been?
We don't talk about what I've done.
Bucky's still here. We actually live together. Bucky and I live together. So he's not anywhere too far away. He just doesn't really collect Black Series anymore. And obviously we've chosen to focus primarily on Black Series figures. All right, so the winner of our last giveaway, Abdullah Muhasin, again, apologies. I'm not very good at pronouncing names. Asks, who's your favorite clone, and are you guys huge Marvel fans? My favorite clone is probably, at the moment, since I'm fresh off of Season 6 of Clone Wars, Fives.
I could agree with that.
Because I just watched that amazing arc with him. No spoilers, but almost brought
Season 6 arc.
Almost brought a dang tear to my eye. Just going and being with that character for so long.
Yeah, I think I agree. I agree with that. And then, are you guys huge Marvel fans? We used to like Marvel. We still do certain things. I mean, the Raimi trilogy is one of our favorite film trilogies of all time. But in terms of like MCU, We've really, really soured
I'm off it.
on Marvel Studios, Marvel movies in general. Really, for me personally, superhero movies, 90%. They're all the same. They are all the same. MCU film-wise, like plot, structure, everything. Maybe not like Avengers Endgame type stuff, but the one-offs, to me, they're just all the same. They all have this like cringy like dad joke humor to them that just takes away any seriousness.
Mm-hmm.
Like Winter Soldier is really good. I think that's why. I think that there's just barely any comedy in Winter Soldier.
And it still holds up.
Yeah, so not as much anymore.
No, we used to be, though.
Kados asks, worst year in Black Series history?
Easy.
Easy.
It's actually 2 years. It's 2016 and it's 2017.
Yeah. Maybe even 2018?
Maybe even a little bit of 2018.
The Rogue One, the like Force Awakens Rogue One stuff just absolutely, especially Rogue One, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't escape it. There
No.
was nothing new for so long. And it was just nothing but Rogue One and
Repack.
Force Awakens.
Director Krennic,
Figures,
Jin,
just
Cassian, Repack,
Shell forming. Jin, Cassian,
and Krennic.
and Krennic. But at least he was a good figure.
Yeah,
Jin and Cassian were just shite.
true.
Absolutely. That was the dark ages
Yeah.
of the Black Series
Which-
when I was like, am I done?
Yeah, which we always talk about, like, you know, we've made a couple videos this year about people complaining about Black Series figures, specifically like new ones. And it's like, you guys must have not been around during 2016, 2017. That was grim. That was absolute bottom of the barrel, horrible times to be collecting Black Series. Now is not the time to complain.
Yeah.
Now
That was
is
all pre-photoreal too.
Now is the time to say, thank you, Hasbro. Please keep
I-
making Clone Wars figures now.
I think we're in the golden age
I
of Black Series.
it's definitely
in all
a-
seriousness.
It's at the very least, it's a renaissance. So there you go. Joseph asks, do you collect any Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures? Justin, no, you don't.
I do not.
I do. Mostly Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Power Rangers Zeo.
Merrick Shannon asks, if Black Series was making Clone Wars 2-packs, which two characters would you want most? Also, are you and Nate brothers? We've been asked this by people in real life,
True.
people on the internet.
That is true.
Now, we are brothers, Nate,
Yeah, we are.
but we are not biological brothers.
That
no.
is true.
We are just,
Yep.
best buds.
Yep.
Brothers.
We are not biologically related, but it is funny the amount of people that ask us that online and in real life.
White man with short hair and facial hair
Yeah.
must be brothers.
Yep.
But if they were doing Clone Wars 2-packs, I thought about this. I read all these questions last night, so I was in preparation. Fives and Echo.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my 2-pack choice.
I got one for you. Ventress and Dooku.
I thought about that as well, but we have Dooku. But do you mean Dooku like in the Clone Wars style?
He could have, well, or he could have his pajamas on, or that other costume that he wears in season 6 that has like the shoulder pads.
All right.
It
Or
could-
obviously Maul and Savage.
Yeah, Maul and Savage, easy. Andy Stebbs asks, what are your favorite top 5 clone characters? Congrats on 4K. Fives, Rex, Jesse, Echo.
Just all the 501st.
5.
I really like Wolf
Yeah.
as well. I like Gree. I like Gree's arc in the Clone Wars. I like Bly. There's not really a named clone that I'm like, I hate that clone.
What about Commander Fox?
A lot of people hate on Fox, but Fives was going for
Yeah.
a blaster. However, there is also stun.
Yeah. It's a double-edged sword because I just watched that arc, so I was like, okay, I get why people, because initially back in the day when I reviewed Commander Fox, it was like the comments were all just like, oh, screw Commander Fox, blah blah blah. I had no idea because I had not watched the Clone Wars at the time. But now seeing it, like, yes, Fox could have stunned Fives, but Fives was also reaching for a blaster. to
He
potentially.
could have set his thing on stun.
Yeah, I mean, but you never know. But it is what it is. I don't think that Commander Fox did it out of hatred for fives. He just did it out of, oh, this guy's about to shoot me or shoot someone else.
James Schultz III asks, what figure are you hoping for the most that hasn't been announced nor released? Question is for both of you young gentlemen. Keep it up, guys. We kind of already answered this. Bib,
Fortuna's
Max Rebo Band, Salacious Crumb ended on a meme. Absolutely.
Professor Veg asks, do you guys have or been tempted to get any of the new Hot Toys figures from Clone Wars? Absolutely have been tempted, but here's the thing. Don't have any space for 12-inch figures. And while I could afford a Hot Toy, I just... $250, $300 for a figure that you can't really pose around, or I wouldn't even want to pose around, because if you break it, you know, that's a lot of money that you can't necessarily get something fixed or replaced very easily. But Ahsoka looks amazing, Maul looks amazing, all Hot Toys look absolutely fantastic.
That 501st Clone Trooper looks...
Yeah. There's no denying that Hot Toys are amazing. They look fantastic, and obviously they're extremely expensive, but from the people that have them, they seem to be worth every penny.
Ivan Gambino, your first question, that's going to be a video, but you asked, what are your top 5 figures and what 5 figures would you want? Our top 5 figures and a 5-figure wish list, that's going to be, we're going to make updated videos of that, you know. They'll be here sometime. We'll do a top 10 probably of 2020. Maybe do an update at all time.
We'll definitely do both of those videos.
But he also asks, what is your ranking of the John Wick movies? All 3 of these questions are for both of you. So the John Wick films, I actually am a pretty big fan of the first film, specifically the EDM soundtrack and how it just flows together with the action. And of course, we all love Keanu. We both kind of disliked part 2, though.
Yeah, I would say it goes 1 is the best, 3 is the second best, 2 is the worst.
Yeah,
and
I did like 3 though.
3 was awesome.
But yeah, sometimes you just need dumb fun. Shoot the bad guy.
Yep. Shoot, stab the bad guy. Liger0x asks, what's the Holy Grail Black Series figure you don't own? There's not too many of these.
Yeah. Shadow Squadron.
I would say that's probably easily the number one, the Target 2-pack Shadow Squadron with the Scout, the speeder bike, and the normal trooper. Amazing set that we both missed out on. Or the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Jabba the Hutt with Salacious Crumb.
Of course.
And he also comes with his little
hookah,
pipe. Yeah.
Whatever the hell he's smoking. Yeah, I forgot about those sets.
I would say those would probably be the 2.
Lee J. Dunn asks, if you could only keep 5 Black Series figures, which one would they be and why? So definitely Imperial for me, because I wouldn't want a random assortment of like Luke and Han, but no Chewie.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Probably like Vader, couple Stormtroopers. It would be pretty simple. Like if I only had a tiny little Star Wars figure display.
Yeah.
Probably be Vader, maybe the Emperor on his throne, and a few troopers.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Probably would be something Empire related.
Yeah.
Troopers, Emperor, Vader, Royal Guard.
There you go.
So, there you go. Jack Corning asks, Nate and Justin, what are each of your top 3 Black Series figures of all time? Well, I think our previous list was
Sand Trooper, Gamguard,
and Rex, maybe?
Or Emperor on the throne.
Yeah, Emperor on the throne, maybe. It was one of those 2. I haven't watched that video in a long time, so I don't quite remember off the top of my head.
Bullwinkle80 asked, do you guys have any Star Wars Hot Toys? If not, and if you did get one, who would it be and why? For both of you, thanks. We don't have any, but like we previously said, though, that new Season 7 Clone Wars stuff does look amazing. If I had to choose, I'd get the Trooper.
Yeah.
I'd get the 501st Clone Trooper. So many accessories.
The Trooper or Maul, or even though he's not a Hot Toy, the Sideshow Collectibles 5s.
JP the Death Trooper, do you guys do any gaming? If so, what games are you currently playing? Love the channel. Congrats on 4K. Keep it coming, guys. For me, like I said in the previous one, it was a similar question, but I'm really into pick up and play and not invest a lot of time into like building a certain character. I just want to pick up and shoot enemy players. So I've been playing the Master Chief Collection, like such as Halo Reach, since they added that into the Master Chief Collection. Halo Reach is my probably second favorite Halo. I've been playing that non-stop whenever I pick up the controller.
Outside of multiplayer games like Halo and such, I'm actually replaying Jedi Fallen Order right now. Having a lot of fun with that.
That's a great game.
I just got to Zepho, so I'm not too deep into my new game plus, but having a lot of fun. Really do enjoy Jedi Fallen Order. Coffin Fox asks if you could add any background character or species to the Black Series, who would you choose and why?
Bib, in terms of like a background character, he's sort of a background character.
Bib Fortuna, the Max Rebo band, the Cantina band.
I think it'd be cool to get a Tals, like the snowmen.
Yak Face,
Yeah,
would be awesome. I think any of those would be solid choices just because they're interesting designs. Of course, it's kind of a meme on the channel. You know, we love the Max Rebo band.
we do.
We love the Cantina band, specifically Cantina band song number 2 is the superior song. I'll say it. So yeah, I think I'd be satisfied with any of those.
Yeah, do them all. That Figure Collector 21 says, what are your most hyped Black Series figure announced? So in terms of an announced figure that I do not have yet.
Who? I think this is an easy one.
Jar Jar?
Jar Jar. Jar Jar.
Jar Jar Binks might be the one I'm looking to the most.
Absolutely.
Now that we technically have the Incinerator Trooper in hand, because you found one.
True. Wolf Ace Z69 says, congrats on 4K. Y'all deserve it. Your content is awesome. My question is, what got you both into collecting and how did you meet? Keep up the great work. So we've already answered this a few times. We met working at our local movie theater together. And what got us into collecting? A combination for me of my mother and father and also my cousin, who growing up, he collected a lot of the McFarlane movie Maniacs. So both of them kind of there.
Yep. I met you and your friends who have since become my friends and have since infected me.
That is true.
Into the figure collecting game when I met Nate and Buck.
Yep.
Andrew L. says, if you were to guess, this is a good question. If you were to guess how much do you think you've spent on your collection of Black Series figures, if you go on JediBusiness.com and look at it, it actually says if you bought every single figure for retail price, it's like X amount. It might have been 10 grand so far. And I don't want to say that because I don't think I have in the slightest.
Probably about I don't know. We probably have like what?
Probably
200 figures maybe?
I would say between $3,000 and $4,000 over the course of 5 years.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty safe guesstimate.
Because we've also found deals.
Yeah, true.
Deals on wheels. So 3 to 4K probably.
Trent Silverwood asks, I'm new to Black Series collecting. Any tips?
Pre-order your figures. If you find it out and about, cancel your pre-order. That's all you need to know. Paul Berry, would you want to see Savage Opress in the Black Series line? I think he was a pretty awesome character, especially being Darth Maul's brother, and would love to have him on display with my Darth Maul. How about Embo and his pet Anuba, Merrick? Now that Cad Bane is coming, he would be my next choice of bounty hunter for the Black Series, and could make a cool deluxe figure. Not as an exclusive, though. They are too hard to get for pre-order. Of course. Would love to see Savage and Embo all Clone Wars characters.
Yep.
Honestly, keep them coming.
Yeah. Longtime supporter Boba Vader writes in, as you guys may remember, I am also a big Hot Toys collector. Do you think you both could get tempted to the dark side to pick up a Hot Toys figure? If so, which one would you start your collection with?
I'm not going to get tempted to the dark side. However, I would get the 501st Clone Trooper.
There you go.
I'm not going to get tempted, though.
No.
Kyle asks, I want to add Slave Leia, Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan Revenge of the Sith to my Black Series collection. Should I wait for a possible archive release of these figures? Yes. I think all three of these will. I think the Slave Leia thing, Disney likes money above all else. I don't care what kind of moral, ethical code whatever the hell that is. It's a character from a movie. It's a design from a film that they own.
Yeah.
But regardless, they like money. They're gonna do these again. You watch.
Yep.
They will be in the archive wave at some point.
Lucia Pellman asks, Nate, I've noticed the mustache lately. Have you ever considered modeling with that thing? And Justin, what is your most bizarre or weirdest dream you've had involving Star Wars? Nate can answer this too. Have I considered modeling with the mustache? No. I wish I still had my goatee, but unfortunately my current job does not allow facial hair around the chin for whatever reason, so I'm just rocking a stash because some facial hair is better than no facial hair.
I'd agree with that. For context, this is my girlfriend. That's why she's asking about my dreams, apparently. Justin, what is your most bizarre, weirdest dream you had involving Star Wars? Oh no. I haven't recalled any Star Wars related dreams as of late, but for the first time in my entire life, I had a dream that has been described in various cultures and is like a staple of dreams, and that is a dream where your teeth fall out. Have you ever heard of that being a shared thing between cultures, and apparently it's a very common dream? I had that for the first time, and it was very weird. It actually took place here at your house. I was alone in the house, and it was dark, and it was like a horror film, and I was working on homework or something, and then my teeth started falling out.
Nice.
That's a recent dream that I had.
I've never had a Star Wars related dream.
I've had a Spider-Man dream.
As much as we watch Star Wars and love it, I've never dreamed about it.
Yeah, it's weird.
Usually, if I do remember a dream, it's because it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it when it comes to dreaming.
Connor Richards. Firstly, I just want to say I recently started watching your guys' videos, and you've quickly become one of my favorite Star Wars related channels on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you for all the awesomeness you guys bring to the community. Congratulations on hitting 4K subscribers, and here's to many more. My question is, for each of you, what is your guys' favorite Star Wars video game of all time? For me, it's sort of a no-brainer. I am a huge fan of the classic Battlefront games released in 2004 and 2005. I love both of them. I guess, too, just because it has more. It has the Revenge of the Sith content, and then it also has playable hero characters and villain characters, Sith, Jedi, bounty hunters. Probably 2. But I love the first one as well. How about you?
I would say it's a toss-up between KOTOR 1 and Star Wars Republic Commando, the first-person shooter.
Right.
Fantastic games. XOT-TIC asks, all right, I'm starting to get back into the Black Series again. What should I pick up right away? Also can't wait for the Deluxe Boba Fett. Things you should pick up absolutely today. The brand new 2020 Stormtrooper. If you can still secure a pre-order for Cad Bane. Recently opened Cad Bane up, and that's an amazing figure.
Vader.
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back Vader. A surprisingly new figure.
The quintessential Vader.
It is the quintessential Vader. It is the best Vader in the line to this day. Dagobah, Luke, and Yoda 2-pack. That is also an amazing set. The Luke is fantastic, and the Yoda is even better.
Yep.
So there you go. Start with those.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. Okay, now we're into the Instagram, finally. Anthony Wall. If you guys each had to say one good thing about The Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker, what would it be?
Whew.
So I was thinking this, either or, I hate The Last Jedi. It just, every serious moment is undercut with poor comedy, with cringe comedy. The Rise of Skywalker logically destroys the entire sequel trilogy, and just both of them go against the rules of Star Wars and everything. That'll be a separate video, but if I had to say something good, The Rise of Skywalker, I think visually looks amazing. I think that's in part by JJ coming back, such as the shot of Kylo Ren with the ignited saber going down that corridor that has these huge it's a great sense of scale, those huge statues. And same thing with the fight on Mustafar with the Mustafari aliens and the First Order battle there. Visually, it looks pretty amazing.
Yeah, I would say if I had to say one thing nice about both movies is that I think both of them have some pretty nice visuals.
And of course, we love Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
We do love Kylo Ren.
If I could just watch the sequel trilogy, but it's just Kylo Ren, I'd be down for that because I think he's a great, compelling character.
Yeah.
Jeremy, a.k.a. Jedi Hunter 83, longtime supporter, brother who hooks it up big time with figures.
Absolutely.
He says, congrats on 4K subscribers. Thank you, Jeremy. First question is, what is your favorite line to collect that's non-Black Series and why? And number 2 is, if you weren't collecting action figures, what would you be collecting and why? So, first question.
NECA.
NECA Friday the 13th, I guess to be specific, would probably be my second favorite thing to collect. Cannot wait for the new Part 7 Jason figure.
Oh, yeah. And Ghostface. That'll be pretty cool as well.
Yep.
But,
pretty much.
We love NECA horror and science fiction.
Yep. NECA Ultimate Horror figures. That's like our bread and butter outside of Black Series. And if we weren't collecting action figures, what would we be collecting and why? Well, I mean, we still do collect the other thing that we collect, and that's Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Physical media Blu-rays.
Yeah, boutique Blu-rays, Criterion, Screen Factory.
Yep. Arrow Video.
Regular Blu-rays.
Yeah.
With the slip.
That's our other giant collections that we have. So, yeah, I'd probably just still be collecting Blu-rays, which I still do, but, you know, I have to... It's about checks and balances.
Absolutely. Roar Customs. Have you ever considered doing custom figure spotlights / reviews? This was commented before our last episode of Figured Out, where we actually open up and kind of show off some customs that Jeremy, Jedi Hunter, sent us.
Mm-hmm.
Would we ever do reviews of customs? I would say probably not, just because it's not an officially released figure, and that's what people would be searching for and would like to see.
True. And plus, you know, I feel like if it's a custom, it's a piece that someone made. I wouldn't want to dog it for any reason or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it would just be like, I don't know, you know, if it was a custom I wouldn't be into, I'd be like, you know, maybe I just won't review this one.
Yeah.
But
in terms of spotlighting, our entire set here is actually made up of customs.
I love customs. I especially love the ones that Jeremy has sent us. They're simple. They're nothing too crazy. It's mostly just like head swaps or a little bit of, you know, grit and grime added to the figures or just a new paint job. We love custom figures. So that's kind of, you know, why we have the set decorated with them to show them off. But yeah, would never review them. Momo made this, asked, what do you guys do for a living? When did you start collecting? And what did you start collecting? Thanks, Josh. Well, Josh, I work in an office as a customer service assistant. I take phone calls. I book orders, things of that nature. It's a full-time position. It's very boring. It's, you know, just like a typical office 9 to 5 job.
All right. I work at a bank. I'm a big banker boy. I'm the CEO. Just kidding. I'm in the data processing department. So I'm verifying transactions that happen between the bank tellers. And then it's like goes to this other company. And then we like verify it. It's a lot of filing paperwork. Yeah, I really like it. And actually just recently started working there. So really do like it. It's a 12 to 7 job.
Yeah. Odd timing.
Which I'm a night owl and I like to stay up late. So it's actually worked very much in my favor. I still get to stay up late and do stuff. So yeah, I really like it. And then what was the other question? What did we start collecting? I actually started with the 3 3/4 inch stuff. And then I quickly turned to the 6-inch Black Series.
Yeah. I would say first serious collection as an adult would be the Black Series. That was, I think, the first time that I actually was like, you know what? I'm going to actually get into this line of figures.
Aiden Doherty, 17. Could you also maybe do an updated Black Series figures we need list? So like a Black Series wish list? Absolutely. That'll be coming sometime soon. If either of you are into collecting Marvel Legends, would you be open to reviewing old and new figures you come across or already have? I actually used to collect Marvel Legends once upon a time before selling them all.
True. I used to have a huge collection as well and sold most of them. Kept a few, and I used to do Marvel Legends reviews on the channel. But as far as reviewing new Marvel Legends, unless it was something I was super into, I probably wouldn't do it. And that's simply because no one comes to our channel to look for Marvel Legends content. So I just feel like our audience really wouldn't be interested in me talking about them, especially older Marvel Legends figures. Vader X Bricks, longtime supporter, a local boy who lives just a couple towns over from us. He's got a couple questions for us. So the first one is, would you recommend doing Star Wars hunting at collectible stores if there's one in the area, like Kokomo Toys and Collectibles, for example? Yeah, absolutely. I think
we love Kokomo Toys.
Kokomo Toys is an awesome place. We love going there. I think we need to plan another trip out to go back down there. And then question number 2 is, would you consider doing a series of top 5 best Black Series figures for each era, so like prequel era, sequel era, that sort of deal? Congrats on 4K, guys. Well, I mean, we kind of did a video series like that.
Top 5 wish list from like each media, like episodic.
Yeah, we did
show.
Probably, well, that was last year. We did top 5 from the first 6 movies, and then we did Clone Wars, Rebels, Tartakovsky's Clone Wars, Mando. So we've kind of covered that to a certain degree. Figured Out is rarely like topic based like it used to be. So we'll see.
All right, now we're into the community post questions. Backstabber 185. Do you think they'll ever make something like a Droid Army Deluxe pack with like a Droideka, Super Battle Droid, and Commando Droid? No, those will be single releases.
Yeah.
It would just be kind of random to make them a 2-pack. Roughly or exactly how many figures do each of you have in your collection? I think you said like, what, 200 maybe?
That's probably just for Black Series, honestly. Yeah. I'd probably say I have closer to like 400 total. Yeah. I've never counted, so I don't really know.
Right, that's really, really hard to say.
Mark Karpf says, at the time of starting your Black Series collection, which other action figure lines were you collecting? Have either of you collected Star Wars 3 3/4 inch figures, whether vintage or newer lines that started with Power of the Force 2 in 1995? So yeah, we kind of briefly talked about it. Definitely had Power of the Force 2 figures growing up. Justin started out collecting the 3 3/4 inch Black Series figures. We've both recently jumped into collecting carded vintage collection stuff.
I have 2.
You have 2. I have a few. But yeah, my entire vintage collection stuff is all back here.
Right.
Just sticking with troopers or like cool characters like Darth Malgus, things like that. But just keeping them in the package, not actually opening them up.
Hyperfire 11. Least and most favorite deluxe figure.
Easy. Least favorite, Malik. Most favorite, Gamorrean Guard.
I don't even have Malik.
Wesley Ampuro asks, what are some of your favorite musical artists groups? Probably one of our favorite bands of all time, Descendants, Turnstile. I love Code Orange.
Yeah, Higher Power.
I've recently been getting into Alice in Chains a lot. I love all genres of music, though, and I'm not like the kind of person that says that, but then they're like, well, except yada yada. Like, I could go from listening to Jimmy Buffett to Metallica to Slayer to Lady Gaga and be completely fine.
I would almost agree if you just throw country out of there.
See, but there's still plenty of good country artists. It's just not any modern country music that's worth a damn.
Oh, okay.
Favorite is usually metal, hardcore, that kind of deal. Love rap music as well. Wu-Tang Clan, Denzel Curry. Kanye, of course, although he's
Although he's insane.
He's absolutely insane, but makes some great music.
Yeah. Yeah, we have actually very similar taste in music.
Yeah,
We've actually gone to a few shows together.
that is true.
A couple hardcore shows.
That is very true. So,
Carter Peters. Again, when did you guys become friends? Back in 2014, around that area when we worked at a movie theater together.
yep.
I'm going to go ahead and just do the next one. Braden London. How long do you think it will take for Hasbro to make a 2003 Clone Wars Grievous? If you think they will at all, I do not think they will.
No, at this point in the line, I don't think they're looking to do stylized figures
Even
like
though
that.
they made that Clone Commander Obi-Wan from the head down was a
Accurate representation.
2003 Clone Wars.
But it was
figure.
still, like a realistic version. Like,
Right.
To make Grievous have any significant difference between them, I think it would have to be like, it would have to be a stylized version of him.
And Ryan, Gunwitch Black, our last question. Why doesn't Hasbro want my money? They do.
They do want your money,
They do
Ryan.
indeed want your money. It's just a question of, if we repaint this figure, will Ryan buy this figure?
Yep.
You probably won't, but they still want your money.
Or whatever you're interested in, Ryan, for Star Wars collecting. So there you have it. That was all of the questions there. Super long videos. Thank you for all the questions. We definitely appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel. Of course, I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
We will see you guys next time on Out of the Basement.